episode. Gas Network presents Sports for the Culture.
I'm here with the family.
Price, XXV, Double I,
Rome,
D-Malo,
Gruff Lion.
T-Buggy, man.
This is the greatest sports show on the planet. La Familia. Hope y'all ready for a ride.
Can't wait to hear what you guys got to say.
What up? Why the train got to go by when the show starts? Come on, man. All right. This Gas presents Sports for the Culture, man. Geraldo lives by the railroad station, but we live, baby. Yo, it's Tuesday, man. It's been a very eventful week. I've got some apologies to make out, but we're going to save those for later. Let me go ahead and introduce the gang. I'll introduce myself, though, first, man. My name is Gruff Lion, man. I am mid-meltdown mode. Shout out SpongeBob. Shout out Patrick, man. My brain feels like Patrick right about now. But I'm smiling like SpongeBob, baby, because, you know, life is good, man. Life is good, man. I'm here on the greatest sports show on the planet with the greatest panel on the planet, with the greatest flans. What am I doing? Greatest fans on the planet, man. I just want to say I appreciate you guys, man. Appreciate you guys. Only fans, man. You guys are the only fans that I fuck with, man, for real. I don't mess with the other only fans. All right, top right. Introduce yourself. Yeah, I know. Just like Kanye, I get it off Reddit.
All right, man.
Do your Googles, please.
T-Buggy, man. I'm here. I'm ready to have a great show. Y'all know what it is with me. Wash your hands. Wash your ass. Let's go, fellas. I'm ready. I'm locked in.
Yeah, they're bottom left.
what it do? It's your boy Young Rome 22 on all social medias. All the loyal listeners and followers, you know who I am. Everybody new out there on YouTube, Twitter, wherever you may be. Hit that subscribe button, hit that follow button. Got another great show tonight. Lots to talk about. My guy Cam, he's back, you know, Killer Cam. We might even talk a little bit about my guy Taylor Heineke and how his legend continues to grow, man. My guy got one on Brady. But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to tonight's show. I'm in a great mood.
Yeah, I didn't see Taylor Heineke on the schedule today, Ron. I'm sorry. But bottom right.
It's your boy D-Malo Ragu. And yeah, let's have a great show tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, let's have a great show. Let's have a great show, man. Let me talk. Let's get into it, man. So let's talk a little football, man, before we dive into everything, man. We got plenty of stuff to talk about. I'll talk about the Monday Night Football game, which was just fresh, very fresh. Not what I expected. I don't know if anybody can feel the same way about that, but 49ers upset. I guess you call it upset. The Rams, who were, you know, pretty much like supposed to be like Super Bowl or bust right now. They just acquired Odell Beckham. I don't know about you guys. I was very anticipatory to watch Odell Beckham play again. I wanted to see what he's going to do. I mean, he just got there and probably didn't learn the playbook yet, but it was a rout for the Rams. Rough outing for the Rams. They took a big-time L, and the 49ers ran away with a big dub. T, obviously you're a 49ers fan, so I'm going to save you for a second because it's pretty predictable what you're going to say. But, Rome, man, what did you think about last night? Were you surprised by anything that happened yesterday?
No, I was not surprised at all. Matt Stafford has another big-time receiver, and Matt Stafford goes out and throws a bunch of picks in prime time. That's the Matt Stafford that we've, you know, come to know and love, or at least Scruff has come to love. Some of us know what Matt Stafford is. We've seen it all before. T will allude to some of the finer details of this. I'll let him get into that as a fan of the 49ers and how they shut down the Rams. But for me, my biggest takeaway from that game was just Matthew Stafford ain't it. He's not the guy to get you over the hump in a big game, and that's with the spotlight on him. Like, you got Odell now, you got all these weapons. They did lose Robert Woods, but you got Cooper Kupp, who's probably the best receiver in the league, or one of, at least playing that way right now. There's no excuses for Matthew Stafford to go out there and lay an egg against the 49ers team that's behind the eight ball. Like, this should have been an easy win for the Rams. It should have been a chance for Stafford to boost his MVP credentials, but instead he floundered them, and I don't even think he's really a strong candidate at the moment, but things could change.
Okay, I actually set myself up for that. I actually do exactly what you were going to say. I don't know what I was thinking. T, man, go ahead, hit me with it, man.
Yeah, not that big of an upset, man. I told anybody to ask bet the 49ers in this one. It's 5 in a row against the Rams. We have their number. I mean, Kyle Shanahan had Sean McVay's number. Rams knew what we were going to do. 49ers knew what they were going to do. Run the ball, man. They came out there, they punked the Rams. Like, the Rams want to throw the ball. They want, have a really cute offense. They want to throw the ball to Cooper Kupp. They want to rush the passer. How do you stop those guys from rushing the passer? Run the ball. So, ran the ball down their throat, man. And you saw the life come out of the Rams on prime time. They started dropping passes. They were frustrated. They just got beat up on national TV, and this is 2 weeks in a row. If you're a Rams fan, it looks terrible, but you'd rather run into this problem now before the playoffs. But a good win for the 49ers. We got a long way to go before we can have playoff talk, but good win. Jimmy G looks solid.
All right, G. Slight same question, but different perspective. Odell Beckham, that's your boy. Was your boy. What'd you think about first game? Is it too soon to judge him? What's your take on the Monday night game?
Way too soon to judge. What, he only caught like 2 passes and was like a decoy the whole time that he was on the field?
He got strapped up.
Oh, did he?
Clamp.
Got strapped up by the playbook.
Yeah, exactly. Man, when he landed there on Thursday and played on a Monday,
man,
you can't learn the playbook that quick. Like, for me, what I took out of that is Deebo fucking Samuels. Oh my God, he made me into a believer. And that's my boy in fantasy league right now. So I'm gonna just go say that. Deebo Samuels looking amazing. What a stud. If you had Deebo Samuels for me, he gave me 30 points, which I needed because I was behind 30.
Man, I don't want to hear no Deebo Samuel garbage. This man, I literally lost in fantasy this week off that last touchdown, man. I'm
legitimately the best touchdown, the best 40 yards that I needed of my life.
Who you lose to, bro?
Shout out to Deebo Samuels. That man is a fucking truth.
You may know her. You may know her, T. You might know who I lost to.
Is there anybody I might have slept with?
Are you trying to take credit for this win in a long range way?
I'm not trying to take credit, but what I can say is sometimes greatness rubs off, and there's a lot of rubbing. So,
hey, well maybe you need to rub the other way because I played you in the other league, and I'm pretty sure I got the dub in that one.
Hey,
it must have rubbed off you completely, T.
I'm fine with that.
Oh man,
no,
all right. That's hilarious. All right, well, so I mean, Monday night game. Okay, so we got a 49ers win, and we got Deebo balling out, living up true to his name, man. Living up true to his name. I'll tell you one thing that might have not rubbed off, or maybe it will rub off. Maybe he just got a little happy feet in this first weekend. But I'm going to issue a public apology to one Cameron Newton. Issue a public apology to Cam Newton. So the truth is, I actually believed in Cam. I did not believe in Cam. It was more so I didn't believe in the system about how anyone would give him a chance. No, I didn't think anyone would give him a chance, man. So I'm glad somebody gave him a chance. It seemed like it was a perfect team. The most ironic thing about what I've seen with Cam was that it's almost like the Panthers were trying to get their quarterback of the future, but they ended up finding their quarterback of the future. Maybe they found him in the past. It's like, getting back with your ex-girlfriend. It's like the ex-girlfriend you can't get rid of. She just always comes back. Cam Newton, 2 touchdowns. What did y'all think about that, man? He had 2 touchdowns in a very limited place. Obviously, this week he's going to get first-team reps. So what did y'all think of Cam's first weekend back? Is he back? We were just talking about him being ass, or quote-unquote, not that long ago. Is Cam back? T, I'm gonna ask you first because you're pretty neutral on this.
Hell no, Cam is not back, man. He's in a good situation because it's no expectations. The team is terrible. So if you come in there, you lose. Team's been losing. You come in there and win, you look like a hero. So it's a great spot for him. But is he back? No, he's not back. I don't think he can come in there and carry a team. I don't think he can elevate the Panthers to the playoffs. So what do we mean by back? Is he starting again? Yes. I mean, he has a job, but past that, what type of numbers do you expect? You think he's going to come in and light it up? I don't. I think he'll come in and make a few plays early, probably get banged up. That's what he does. But no, he's not back. I don't think he's back. I think he'll finish out the season and be a free agent again, unfortunately.
I think back. I don't know. Let's define back. So to me, if can Cam earn a starting job again in the league? Can he earn a 2022 starting job? Can he pull a Melo essentially, basically? Like he's out the league for a little bit, and then he came back. And you trying, and then he ends up holding it down.
Melo's not a starter either. Cam, this is a great spot, like I said, but I don't think he's back. I don't think you're confident or comfortable having this older quarterback lead your team. Like you got young guys, you got young talent. McCaffrey's still there, DJ Moore's still there. I don't think you want to turn the keys back over to Cam. That's just me. Maybe it works, but I don't.
All right, let me not make it a franchise quarterback situation because that situation is complicated. It's like I said, the girlfriend situation is very, very accurate here because it's
he'll play five. I'll predict he'll play around 500 ball.
500 ball from Cam. I mean, they're 500 right now, so
part of the course.
Got it. All right, Rome, man, you're a big fan of Cam, man. I know you had to be excited with seeing what you seen this weekend, right?
Hey, look, first of all, I don't know none of that nonsense T was just talking about. Cam is back. You see him score that touchdown. You see him get in the end zone, take that helmet off and yell it, bruh. Cam is definitely that let's say toxic boyfriend that comes back into the relationship around like Thanksgiving time, shows up at the family dinner and starts screaming and acting a fool. That's the type of energy Cam's on right now. And I'm here for it. I'm here for it. T talking about, he's not back, he's not balling. My man scored a touchdown on the first 2 plays he got in on. Like what like we want to talk about, Odell Beckham didn't learn the playbook fast enough. Wompity womp womp. He was only in there for a few plays. Cam Newton got here on Tuesday, played a game on Sunday, didn't learn the playbook right away, still got 2 touchdowns. Hey, all I'm saying is Superman has returned. This is going to be the greatest comeback story in the league, I think, this season. And I think T was wrong on a couple points, honestly. He said the Panthers weren't winning. First of all, before CMC went down, the Panthers were winning. They're 500, like Scruff said, so there's a strong chance that they could pull off the 7th seed. We're talking NFC. You just said there's no need for the 49ers to talk about playoffs, but you're already counting a team that's ahead of them out of the playoffs. So let's stop that nonsense right there. Secondly, if the Panthers do make the playoffs, which I'm telling you right now, we can run the tape, the Panthers will make the playoffs. And when they do, they'll have no choice but to bring Cam Newton back. Because what are you going to do? If he starts this season, gets you into the playoffs, you're going to go back with Sam Darnold? I like Sam Darnold. He struggled real bad without CMC, though. So why would you bring him back if you have Cam Newton leading you to the playoffs? There's not a strong crop of rookie quarterbacks coming out. And if they do make the playoffs, you're not going to get a high draft pick anyway. So Cam is back. Get used to it. He never really went anywhere. Like he just was hurt for a little bit, had to get the body right. Now he's back, and I'm here for it.
Okay. Not very surprised by your answer, but I like it, man. I like it. I'll tell you what. I'm sitting here on Sunday. I'm watching NFL Reds, and I'm multitasking. I'm working at the same time. I got my screens over here. I got Red Zone over here. And I'm listening. I'm listening to the events of the NFL, the happenings of the NFL, and I'm listening. I'm like, I hear certain names. I'm used to hearing like Debo Samuel. I hear Cam Newton. What the hell? I can't believe it. Then I heard his name again, and I'm like, is that a replay? I said, nah. He done scored twice in like 10 minutes.
Look,
I'm like,
he's not
snap.
Superman. He's more like Homelander. He looks like a hero right now. All right, he looks like a hero. But listen to me. When it's all said and done, he's not going to be your Superman. He's not going to save the day. All right.
He's already saved the day in Carolina. And you said you don't know if you want him to be the leader, man. I already seen video of him on the sideline getting everybody hype, getting them together. Look, Cam is going to be in them playoffs. Trust me on that.
Hey, all I know is I wish I had actually was thinking about saving this clip, but I didn't think it would have any reference. But He was over here talking about Moses or something today in the press conference, so he feeling different. I'm telling you, he talking different. He talking about my spiritual today. Oh man, he coming different today. All right, G man, what do you think about Cam, man? Are you buying this? What do you think, man?
I'm gonna buy on some Cam Newton stock. If Fitzpatrick could get a job with the Washington football team, I'm sure Cam could get a job. Let's be realistic. If Fitzpatrick has been in the NFL for God knows how long and has been getting a starting job, why can't Cam? Legitimately, that's the real question. Look, Washington football fans, they were like, yeah, Fitzpatrick's going to take us to the promised land. And I look at them, Heineke. You heard him in the beginning of the show. Heineke's legend.
The legend grows, baby. The legend continues.
You can't make this shit up.
Yeah, you're right.
But my real question is, hey, Nick, how nervous are you that you might end up owing Bryce some money? What was the bet?
The bet was who's going to have. So let me catch y'all up on this. So I made a bet. I made two bets. I doubled down on my bet. I made a bet that that Jalen Hurts would have more touchdowns than Cam Newton this season.
Passing or receiving?
That was
passing or rushing?
Passing and rushing. Total touchdowns. Because they're both dual threats. I ain't want none of that nonsense. Total touchdowns. Okay. Right? Jalen Hurts entered the weekend with 16 total, and then Cam Newton entered the weekend with 0. Right now, Cam Newton had 2 touchdowns. Congratulations. But so did Jalen Hurts. So he's got 16 more to go. He's got a long way to go. So I hope he produces a lot faster rate, bro. Because what is it? Week 11, week 12? I don't know. There ain't too many weeks left. So unless he's going Cam Newton from his MVP season, that's money in the bank, man. Cash App at Scruff Lion. Appreciate you.
But what I'm also going to continue saying, like, this is a healthy Cam. You're talking about a Cam Newton that's technically he's the healthiest quarterback on the field right now. With less than 8, what is it, like week 8 already? So
right,
they got like 7
week 11,
games
so
left.
that's 10 weeks that his body has yet to have going through any rigorous getting tackled or anything. From here on out, Cam might be scary as hell. I feel bad for defenses trying to dial up on Cam.
I think Cam will look good.
Tell him, G.
Cam will probably look good his first 2 games before there's any tape. We've never seen him in a Matt Rule offense. I think he'll probably look pretty good. But we're talking about now defenses
we said Cam was an old man. Now we don't got tape on him.
It's getting cold outside, and a lot of defenses. Look at a lot of these defenses now. A lot of these guys get a little brutal out in the cold. Cam Newton is coming in real healthy. The season's halfway done already, more than halfway done. I don't know. Cam Newton's gonna look crazy.
This is a desperation play. Go ahead, Scruff.
He makes a good point though, because Cam hasn't been playing, right? So I guess supposedly he's fresh. But I think the real question is Cam, because he's a little bit older, right? Tell me how he's going to play in this week, right? Because I'm sure he feels good and he hasn't played. He's all energy, yeah. Old man, T go run 10 miles and come back the next day, and you tell me how you feel the next day, T. I know you're going to be feeling that shit.
You know
I
just ran for it.
He going to be feeling that shit.
T ain't Superman, bro. T ain't Superman.
And Cam only had a couple plays, so we'll see. He might come back next week and play well. But how's his body going to hold up? Obviously, it's a long season.
He will play well next week. You know why?
Yeah.
You know why he's going to play well next week? Because he's playing one of the worst. He's playing one of the worst franchises in the league.
Okay, stop.
The team that has no name.
Washington?
Yes. Look.
Hey!
I knew this was going to come up. I knew this was going to come up, right?
He's playing against Ron Rivera. He's going to have a very good week.
I just want to say this before we move forward. As far as the Panthers-Washington game goes, and Cam playing Ron, as we know, I'm a huge Cam fan, huge Washington fan. Look, Ron's going to look real silly if Cam Newton balls out in this game. If Cam Newton scores multiple touchdowns, he looks real good, looks even close to the 2015 season, and Ron passed on Cam, and we're rocking with Taylor Heineke. I'd even go as far as to say if Cam looks average, but Taylor Heineke looks bad, it's going to be a lot of egg on Ron's face, because we could have easily had Cam in Washington. So I think Cam is going to have a good game against us. I don't even know who I'm going to be rooting for, to be real with you. But I do think it'll look bad for Ron Rivera if Cam Newton goes off in this game.
From 1 to 10, who you putting your money at?
Do you just where your heart at, G? Oh, you sound crazy.
I don't know where my heart's at, man. I'm torn on this one.
No loyalty, bro. No loyalty.
Oh, no,
last time we played Cam, I was back and forth with it, man. Cam's my guy.
Both teams need the win.
Right.
I honestly would never bet Washington. I say go
put
Carolina.
My money on I put my money on Carolina.
Low key, bro, got a Panthers shirt underneath the Washington football jersey.
It's in Carolina too. It's Ron's homecoming. I don't know if Cam wasn't back, I would be rocking with the team, but I don't know, bro. I don't know.
So you gonna have both jerseys on this weekend, bro?
Yeah, when the Panthers are on offense, I'm gonna have the Cam jersey. Then when we go back on defense, I'm gonna throw my John Allen jersey over top.
We just saw that comment, and Chase went down. Unfortunately, it looks like the season's over for him. Same way the 49ers lost Nick Bosa. Tough injury, but do you feel like this might be addition by subtractions? Do you feel like now the team can effectively pass rush? We might generate some sacks and pressures without Chase Young.
No,
it doesn't make any sense, man.
What do you mean?
The guys behind them are like me and you, bro. Like I don't think that it'll be like I don't think they'll do better than what Chase was doing, but I don't think it's gonna hurt anything because Chase simply wasn't producing. So I don't think it's gonna get worse, but I couldn't say it's gonna get better either.
So you don't think the team looked a little better against the Buccaneers when Chase went down?
Not when he went down. I mean, they looked like that. They had 2 interceptions before he went down. So I mean, I wouldn't say that.
Okay, we'll see.
But
so
I see where you're going with it. I see what narrative you're trying to spin right quick.
I can see where he's going too. Well, I'm not even gonna let you do that yet. We're going to run the tape on this one. If it's a really early premonition, is that what you're saying?
I think
11:16, 10:14 p.m. You just basically said Chase Young is the Odell Beckham of defense.
No. I'll tell you. I'll tell you who I honestly think Chase Young is. I think he's clowny.
I knew you were gonna say that. Okay,
that's what I'm thinking too. I don't even want to talk about this man after he got hurt like this.
Right.
But I was actually feeling this way, the same way, literally, because like. I don't know if y'all know, I know y'all on the podcast, but I don't know if you got time, go to goodassports.com, check out the blog. Man, my guy Rome wrote up a nice article on Chase Young, and I don't know if y'all know this, but I'm also the editor of the blog, man. So I had to edit this Chase Young article,
Eagles fan editing a Washington article.
Chase Young's having a slow year. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, and I would never like edit it this way. I'm just feeling this though. Now I can speak on it. I'm just thinking here, like, man, this guy's so overrated. Like right now, like the fact that he won Rookie of the Year, it was like, okay. It was mostly kind of just off of like, kind of like, I don't know, like just a vibe or something. Like, because he didn't really even have a more productive season than like Montez Sweat, for example,
Montez was a rookie.
I'm just saying, like, he's not that productive. He wasn't that productive, bro. 7.5 sacks, okay. And then he was having a really struggle. He was having a struggle season already this season. I think you can admit that he was having a not productive season. And then I'm hearing you use like pass rushing stats and talk about he's good in run defense, and I'm just like, oh man. And Clowney was the first thing I thought of too. I'm like, man. This sounds like what they would say about Clowney, you fix the game in so many ways and shit.
I think Chase is a talented guy, but I'm only giving him a little, so I'm only bringing this up because they tried to tell me that this guy was on par, if not better, than Nick Bosa, and I had to shut down the nonsense. Like,
yeah, I don't know, man.
Very athletic guy,
Bosa's
but he's not there yet.
I don't know. He does have a lot of talent, but I think he was underachieving. I mean, if you're looking at it.
He was definitely underachieving. If you go to goodassports.com and read the blog, I very clearly state that.
So and I made this without reading it.
I made the point of, Chase needed a strong second half to this season to keep his status as a superstar. Unfortunately, now he's out for the rest of the year. And, critics like Scruff and T are only going to add pressure on come next season when he gets back from this injury. And, I mean, he's going to have to produce. And he knows that. I don't doubt Chase Young. He's a hard worker. Anybody who's followed his career would point that out. So, I mean, only time will tell, man. I think the sky's still the limit for Chase. I am not sticking a fork in him at all.
Look, I hope he gets back. I hope he's better than ever. I hope he has a career better than a Rockpo. I want to see the guy shine. I feel. Look, and the 49ers aren't.
Like Rockpo had a terrible career.
He did. That's why I said I want him to be even better. I feel like if the 49ers aren't winning, I want to see the Ravens and Washington win. The city's better when
you
those
said
guys
Rockpo had a terrible career.
No, he had a good season. I want Chase Young to be even greater.
Isn't he like your all-time sack leader?
Nah, that's Kerrigan.
Oh, my bad.
You see how they just toss Kerrigan?
That's clearly a mistake now, and like I said that wouldn't happen, but hindsight is 2020.
Kerrigan, man, I think he's still on the Eagles, but he don't record no stats. I'll tell you that. But anyway, man, I think Chase Young, this whole situation is easy for Washington fans now to just pull the excuse card. Oh, he was injured his second year. People go looking back like, he only had this many sacks. I don't even know how many sacks he's gonna finish with for the year. Whatever he done now, right? Oh, he was injured that year.
It might be.
He wasn't injured the first couple games. He wasn't injured first half of the season, my man. So here's the excuse. And
might be a blessing in disguise, man.
Third season. If he ends up not playing that well, then you go, he's coming back from injury. It's just the excuses are.
See, the critics are already on it.
Just be careful. Just be careful. I will tell you this as somebody that's lived through this. Hey, just be careful, man. When you let your young players go through these excuses, then before you know it, you're gonna be standing here in a contract year, and you're gonna be giving him that big contract extension, and you're gonna be looking like you're gonna be sitting here with another Ben Simmons.
Hey, Scruff, this is what Washington football fans, like Washington sports fans, do. They crown guys before their time. Like they don't let them get their moment. They don't let them thrust the team into like a championship or a finals or anything. They declare them the greatest player. The whole town loves them without the production. You can't do that in any other city. You can't go to most cities and produce averagely and be granted a superstar. But that's because there's only athletes and politicians in this city. After that, like it's not many musicians, actors. Your athlete.
Damn, no Wale.
I mean, Wale's cool, but you take a city like Atlanta where there's a ton of rappers, ton of movie stars. We don't have that here. So they turn the athletes into celebrities. All the guy did is get drafted. I mean, he got rookie of the year, but like you said, his numbers he didn't have meteoric or historic numbers, but they crowned him as one of the best pass rushers in the league. When the season started, Madden even said this guy's not in the top 10. So it's that's what happens in the city. They crown guys prematurely.
Madden is based off production. But look, man, like now I gotta hit you guys with these boring stats, bro. Now I gotta hit you with these boring stats. I want to keep trying to dig at my man Chase Young. Like, let me hit it to you like this. Double team
and triple team.
Nah, okay, but at what rate? At what rate? So on 3rd and longs, on any play 3rd and 7 or longer, Chase Young gets chipped 57% of the time. You know what the league average is? You know what the league average is at that? 32%.
Hold on. What's the 32%. League average for premier pass rushers?
The league average for any pass rusher,
52% or whatever he said.
on a 3rd and long when it's a passing down is 32%. Chase Young gets chipped 57% of the time, bro. You're telling me that these other offenses aren't.
These are what you call first world problems, bro.
Yeah, that's what.
So why are they treating this second-year player that hasn't arrived, that shouldn't be crowned? Why is it that when he plays Scott McVay or one of these lauded offensive coordinators, they're like, damn, I need to put a chip on that guy. Oh, I need to make sure my guard hits him on this play and then the tight end hits him on the next play.
We're not saying he's a bum, but what we're saying is the acclaim does not match the production.
And you just said yourself, you got to give him the time to get there, but y'all are dogging him out. Y'all are dogging him out right now.
Well, that's easy to do when you're boosting them up.
I didn't boost them up. My article was very fair. Y'all should check that out once again on goodassports.com.
Your article was very, it was there. I made the headline a little spicy. You know what I'm saying?
Man, what else we got, man? I'm tired of talking about the Predator.
I'm done with it too, man. It's like going through the article again. The Green Bay Packers, man. I don't know if y'all in the stock market, but the Green Bay Packers, I don't know what the stock. If you can buy this, Joan, you might gotta be local to Green Bay. But the Green Bay Packers got their stock on the market. I don't know if y'all know that. They sold shares of the team on the today. 33,000 shares in the first 3 hours off a big sale. There's 6th time now that they've sold the stock in their franchise history. For the people, by the people, all that. So I wanted to piggyback off that question because that's not really that interesting, I guess. But what team would you buy stock in? Any team, any sport. Can't be your favorite team. So I just want to ask that question. What team would y'all buy stock in and why?
Oh, the Lakers.
Ooh. Oh, okay. Jump ball. Lakers, why?
The tradition. You can always sell Kobe merch, always some Shaq merch. Just the lineage of just any fan of the Lakers, even when they were booty with when they that year where they had the Shaq. I mean, when they had Kobe, it was just like those booty years. People still were buying Lakers merch. Los Angeles, you could always put a LA anywhere.
So you buying off brand power. I like it.
Yes.
I like it. All right.
Look at the Bulls. The same thing with Chicago.
What team would you buy stock in?
The Cowboys.
Oh, boo.
The Cowboys.
Good pick though.
This
why?
Because you want to buy low and sell high, right? The Cowboys are under the radar, possibly for the first time in like 20 years. Like there's no one's picking them as a Super Bowl pick. But they're a 2-loss team. They have a high-powered offense. They got a legit quarterback, emerging young superstar CeeDee Lamb. They have a solid running back, and the defense is full of young guys waiting to break out and become stars. I think they're poised for a Super Bowl run, if not this year, within the next 2 years. So I'm going to get them before the bandwagon jumps on them. This is the first year I haven't seen everybody on TV, the Cowboys. But this is probably the year they should be talking about the Cowboys.
Damn, I turn on my TV, I still see motherfuckers talking about the Cowboys. I don't know. Maybe I need a different channel.
What TV you watching?
Who's predicting the Cowboys to come out of the NFC? Because I hear Green Bay, I hear Tampa Bay,
Swagoo, and all these clowns.
I've heard a few people say Dallas, but not. I mean, you're right. It's definitely not like years past. It's like nonstop in other years. But if I had to pick a team to buy stock in any league, I'd probably go with the Yankees, bro. Like if you think about like G said, off of brand power alone, you think about the Yankees and what they mean to American culture. Like the New York Yankee cap is just a cap. Like you don't buy that because you're a Yankee fan. You like that just it's a hat. Like you know what I mean? Like a generic hat almost at this point. So the Yankees ain't going nowhere. People don't even follow baseball, and they just assume that the Yankees are good every year. They're not even good every year nowadays. Like people just assume, Yankees. You know what I mean?
Hey, that's so true.
It's crazy because it's like the Yankees are like they're one of those teams that's normally always good, so people hate on them. But it's like they're so synonymous with being good that you don't even like pay attention to when they're bad. Like they have off years and nobody bats an eye because that's how much longevity they had back in the Jeter days. So I mean, I would go with the Yankees because I just feel like they're so embedded into American culture.
Okay. All right. All good answers. All good answers. All good answers. All right. All good answers. I'm gonna go ahead and buy stock in the Cincinnati Bengals. Just because like. I feel like, yeah, y'all thinking like y'all not because this is how I buy stocks. I buy stocks that are about to be the John. You know what I mean? Like Polkadot. That's not stock, but that's the money. That's top earners, bro. Like Shiba Inus. Like the Teslas. Like I bought Tesla when it was $200 a share, man. Like I understand about the gains, the ebbs and the flows, man. I don't want to buy the Yankee stock because. The Yankees are already great. Like, so like, what you just gonna stay great? Ain't no gains in that. So I want a team that's moving forward. That's taking it to the next level, raising to new heights. So I'm gonna go with the Bengals. I think the Bengals actually about to be a team that's gonna have some staying power. Believe it or not, I think they're going to be around for a while. I think they're going to be a competitive team for the next decade. And they haven't been. So I'll take them. I think that's a
and at the division they got to go against the Steelers and the Ravens that are legit playoff contenders.
Steelers are a good franchise, but their quarterback is 80 years old. Right? The Browns are a team that are traditionally a losing franchise, right? And they just can't get right typically.
And the Bengals?
That's the Bengals.
And the Ravens.
That's the Bengals, but it's strikes.
Yeah. But what's the difference? The difference between the Browns and the okay, that's real funny. The difference between the Browns and the Bengals is that Joe Burrow is actually a baller. He actually gets it done in clutch moments. And Baker Mayfield is a fraud. He's fraudulent. Actually, let's go ahead and talk about Baker Mayfield before we close. This is going to be the last thing we talk about with NFL. What do y'all think about Baker Mayfield this weekend, man? Obviously, the Pats had a pretty triumphant win, man. Was that more about the Pats just dominating them, or is Baker Mayfield it?
It's the Pats.
Okay.
Nah, I think Scruff, I'm gonna agree with you on this one, bro. I think Baker has proven himself to be fraudulent. 1 week it's Baker's so great, he's doing all this without Odell. Who needed Odell? And then the next week he can't finish the game. I don't know, man. I'm done on Baker. I'm done on the Browns. I'm good on it. Yeah, Baker makes great commercials. His commercials are A1, but his play on the field, it's not up to par, bro.
Didn't Baker just put up 41 on the Bengals?
Yes, the week before, right?
They just run the score up on your stock.
That's what I'm buying this week. That's what I'm buying this week. Stock's low. You heard him talking crap. You hear me? Joe Burrow, the next Steve Young. Bank it.
I don't think Baker's done. I don't think he's trash. I don't think he doesn't have it. I think he's a quarterback that's in a run first system. It's not a system that's flattering for quarterbacks or receivers, obviously. I mean, what happened to Jarvis Landry? He was a stud in Miami. What happened? All right, Odell went there and disappeared. Austin Hooper, Njoku, these guys, they get a catch every week. A touchdown every other week. Like you can't really thrive in that offense if you're a pass catcher. If you run the ball, Kareem Hunt, Chubb, with Dearness Johnson, like that's what that offense is made for. So I don't really want to say Baker is done. He's just in a run first offense. He's in an offense that doesn't allow you to really throw for 500 yards, 400 yards.
Even so, though, man, they don't win enough, and they could be a run first offense, but it's a pass first league. Teams are going to force you in situations where your quarterback has to make the play to win the game, and I don't see that from Baker.
So we're not going to talk about how good Belichick is against the Browns, his former team. Like he has their number every year.
That's fair. I'm definitely not taking away anything from the Patriots. I'll even go as far as to eat a little crow. Like I said, Mac Jones was going to struggle this year. He's proven me wrong. Mac Jones is going in there week in and week out and putting up good numbers. So I'll admit what I was wrong on that one. I do think he has the highest, or he's already like at his ceiling basically. I don't think he's gonna necessarily keep getting better than what we're seeing, but maybe a little better because he is a rookie. But I don't. I think he was the most pro ready when it started outside of Trevor Lawrence, and he looks the most pro ready outside of Trevor Lawrence. So I mean, I'm not too surprised, but the fact that he's doing it week in and week out, I will give that man some credit for that. But as far as the Browns and Baker, I mean, Mac Jones is doing it week in and week out. I don't see Baker doing it week in and week out. One week it's a great performance from Baker. The next week it's my shoulder's been hurt the whole season. I can't finish the game.
Mac Jones is playing with arguably one of the best NFL coaches of all time. Baker's playing with a guy, in my opinion. He's just a guy.
Yeah, but Belichick is a defensive-minded head coach. I mean, he does have Josh McDaniels on the offensive side.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to give Mac Jones too much credit, but he's performed better than I thought he would.
So let me ask you this, Ron. How do you like your crow? well done, or New England clam chowder style.
I don't know, man. You let me know how that crow tastes when Cam Newton doubles up these touchdowns on your boy Jalen Hurts. That's
Hey.
it's gonna be hard to swallow.
Keep dreaming. Keep dreaming. Hey, I if that happens,
Y'all doing a whole lot of swallowing out there.
It'll be one of the most historic second halves of the season in the history of the NFL. So we'll see about that one, bruh. We'll see about that one. But man, we pretty much covered the NFL to the max. Like I think pretty much covered. So let's go ahead and move on to the NBA, the association, as they say. I think we're at that point of the season where, like, if you look at this, I'm like pretty much tired of this point of the season because, like, I'm serious. Like, I'm so tired of this point of the season, bro, because it's like we're like what, like I don't know, 10 games, 13, 15 games
15,
in, okay, and there's like 80 some games a season, so like, what is that like? Like an eighth of the season, maybe I don't know, a sixth, a fifth, I don't know.
Probably
what the fractions are, but yeah, it's starting to get there's a certain amount of schedule that has happened. So I mean, but as we stand right now, we see the standings. We see teams like I don't know. I've seen the standings way too many times, to be honest, because this guy Bryce sends them to the group chat like every single day.
Oh my god!
The Wizards. There's only been like they've just happened to be in the standings reluctantly for like maybe 3 or 4 days throughout the whole start of the season, and like 8th day that's happened, like this man will let you know it. So I'm really tired of this beginning of the season stuff because okay, so you can play good through a 15 game stretch. Okay, that's good, but like. Let me see you through a 30 game stretch. Let me see you through a 50 game stretch. And we start really seeing what's what. So I want to do a little predicting. This is going to be a good bookmark for the future because we're going to be taking a little NBA contender or pretender, a little prediction style. I'm going to go through some of these teams, man. And we're going to, say if they're contenders
hold on.
or pretender.
Contender, or what are they contending for? A playoff spot, title.
Might be different for each team.
Like a run.
Okay.
Like a run. Like you don't gotta win. That's not win it all. I mean, it really is up to the interpretation, to be honest.
Okay. Man. All right. Let's
each
roll
team
with
could be a little different. Each team could be a little different.
Yeah, like like the expectation for the Lakers was gonna be a little different than the Wizards, respectfully.
Not the Bryce.
Don't tell that to Bryce.
Not the Bryce.
All right, let's get into it, man.
That damn shit now.
NBA contenders or pretenders, and we're gonna start with the first team on board. One team in the East right now, the Wizards, or I should say, the Zards. So what do y'all think about the Wizards, man? Are y'all buying or selling? Contender or pretender? Washington Wizards. T.
Sell. I'm selling the
It's so sad.
I'm selling the Wizards. They're having a great season. They have a lot of talent on their roster. Like a lot of guys that can really ball and don't probably get the credit they deserve. Some pieces that look better away from Braun. But that's not a team that I feel like is built to win a 7-game series just yet. Maybe they'll make some trades or something, but I think they're playing good and it's fun and the city's energized, but I can't see them being imagine if they get the number 1 seed. You might. That's the type of number 1 seed that goes down in the first round. So I'm not buying it. Like I just don't think they have enough talent. Like Bradley Beal is not enough to win. Not long in the playoffs.
Yeah,
not long term. I agree with you. I also think they're pretenders.
I'll give them 1 playoff series max. They won't win 2 rounds.
Yeah. I think at best they're like the Knicks. They're like the Knicks of last year. Like they might make the playoffs. Maybe they'll get home court, but if they don't advance, whatever, it's not much beyond that. You said
they're
you
a cool
also
new
think
team.
they're
yeah, I think they're pretenders as well. Look, I feel like I've seen this movie before with the Wizards, bro. Like I was trying to talk some sense into my man Bryce. Like the Wizards do this to us a lot. Like these quick little starts, these nice little runs, and it's like, oh, we might have something. And then when it gets down to the nitty gritty, they tend to let us down. I do like what I'm seeing from Kuzma. I'm a Lakers fan, so I'm happy to see him playing well. And I'm a big Bradley Beal fan, so I would like to see the Wizards, be contenders. But like you said in the beginning of this scruff, man, like I can't stand this part of the season. Like we're not deep enough in for a team like the Wizards to really
That's what she
solidify
said.
that they're contenders. Give me another 10, 15 games. If they're still up here, still playing this at this high of a level, I might change my stance on this. But 15 games into the season, they're pretenders.
Yeah, it's early, man. I mean, 8 seed and 7 seed are only like 2 games back. So, like, what we talking
That's what I'm
about,
saying. Like, not much separation there.
Yeah, I agree. G, close it out, man. What you think? Frauds?
I'm buying. You got to buy the Wizards because if they got to face someone like the Sixers that has an injured Embiid, oh man, they're beating down on the Sixers, my boy. And
Are they
and if
though?
they're playing against against Boston, they're gonna beat Boston because hell
But
yeah.
are they though?
Yes.
Are they though?
Injured
Nah,
Embiid.
I feel you though, Scruff. Are they though? That's where I'm at with it. Like, are they?
No,
I could see the Wizards getting out the first round.
I could see us beating them without Embiid or Simmons, like Maxey and the gang, Drummond and them boys. We was doing all right with them. Shit, we doing pretty damn good, bro. Like
in a 7-game series, y'all not beating them. The way y'all constructed right now, y'all not beating the Wizards.
I mean, that's kind of the problem.
I think we have Embiid though, ultimately, and I don't think they touching us.
If we got to compare the Wizards to battling a Embiid-less and Simmons-less Sixers,
right?
Like
Exactly. They ain't shit.
You should sweep them. If you're a real contender, you should sweep a team that bad. I can't see the Wizards getting past the Hawks. I can't see the Wizards getting past the Bucks. I can't see them getting past the Nets. I can't get them. I mean, they might be the team, like you said, like Boston, maybe Chicago, but the real teams.
Boston's like a 13th seed right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you can get past some of those teams, but no. I will say this. I do want to throw this out there. My man, one of my favorite players, Roy Hachimura, has not. You know what I'm saying? He's one of my favorite players in the league. He hasn't suited up.
Really?
And then they still have Thomas Bryant. So they could throw a lot of different lineups and a lot of different looks at teams and frustrate guys. And so we really haven't even seen the Wizards at their best. So I will say that. But I think they have too much. Like they're going to have to make some trades, I believe, to make me believe it.
We'll see. We'll see. All right, enough of this Wizard stuff. Let's talk about Chicago Bulls, man. Another favorite, another squad favorite here. Although, man, you used to be a Bulls fan. I don't know if you still are.
What's the tone? I am still a Bulls fan.
Okay, good. So, are the Chicago Bulls contenders or pretenders?
Oh man, I'm gonna sound so blasphemous right now, but DeRozan, top 3 MVP right now.
I agree. I totally agree.
He is playing out of his fucking mind right now.
Definitely.
And Caruso, Mr. Steal the ball.
Yeah.
Mr. The Bulls what, ranked 4 in defense right now?
Right.
And by saying all of this, I must say pretenders.
Wow. Okay.
I'm gonna say pretenders. I'm catching Nick vibes, and I can't believe I'm saying this. I'm catching Nick vibes where we're gonna go into the playoffs thinking we're gonna beat teams like Atlanta, and then we're just gonna get swept just because I don't believe in the bench. I don't believe in our bench. Our starters, bro, they're playing legit. They're playing out of their fucking mind. Look, I right now I'm thinking Lonzo's the most improved player of the year. He is playing lights out. Oh man, I'm loving these guys. They're playing, and these are the team that we all agree when we first got in here that we didn't know how they'll mesh, but they're meshing together. Like Caruso when he's playing with ball, it's like they're back with LA. If they play with each other, but they catching like friendly vibes. Like these guys are playing like brothers, and I'm happy with what I'm seeing. Oh man, but I'm gonna lower my standards and lower my hopes and say pretenders because I'm not trying to jinx us. I'm not trying to jinx us. So I am saying pretenders. Even though in my heart we're contenders and we're gonna fight through, but I can't see us beating Miami. I can't see us beating a healthy Bucks team, and I damn sure can't see us beating the Nets or Atlanta at that. But every other team, I could see us beating the Knicks. I can see us beating any other team on that side, but I just can't see us beating those top four teams in the East where I gotta worry about. So I'm gonna have to say pretenders. But if we're gonna say contenders to get past the first round, then yeah, we're contenders. But anything besides that, I'm gonna lower my standards and say pretenders.
Good call. T, what you think?
He said good call. Like fuck the Sixers, bitch. Cause we don't step y'all bum ass motherfuckers.
Oh man. G is actually right, man. The Bulls are constructed like a college team. Like they can go 6 or 7 deep, and they're really good. But they're playing guys that super young or just really raw guys. But I will say, when you got a guy like Lonzo on your team, when you have a true point guard, when it's time to play playoff basketball, right? We know what we're going to get out of DeRozan. We know we're going to get out of Levine. You need a third guy to step up and make plays. And I believe you have that in Lonzo or Caruso. So I think the Knicks, I think the
bro, off the bench.
Y'all don't
yeah.
even know that Vucevic plays for this team?
Yes.
Yeah, he do, yes.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think this team is they're a sleeping giant. I think this is a team kind of like a Toronto or a Miami where people are sleeping on them, but they can make a run. I just believe in what they have. I think those guys, like you said, the friendly vibes, they're having fun together. They look like they like playing with each other. So I think they're for real.
All right. Any thoughts, team?
I'll jump in right quick. Look, I like the Bulls better than I like the Wizards, but I gotta go pretender still. It's kind of like G said. I mean, if we're talking first round of the playoffs, then they could be contenders. But I mean, if we're talking about getting past, those elite teams in the East, I just don't see them messing with the Bucks or the Nets like that. You know what I mean? And I'm a huge Lonzo fan. So T, I hope you're right. I hope come playoff time, Lonzo can up his game to that playoff level basketball, and maybe that'll make the Bulls a little bit more of a contender. So while I like them more than the Wizards, I still got to go pretender here.
All right. It's very fair. Very fair, guys. You guys are being very fair. All right. So I'm going to switch it up a little bit, man, because these teams are kind of like up-and-coming teams. I want to put some cream to the crop out here. But, sometimes cream goes bad. So, as you know, and then you got to throw it out. It stinks. So, what's going on with the Lakers, man? What's going on with the Lakers, man? Lakers are struggling, bro. Lakers are struggling, man. Russell Westbrook has looked problematic. I think Melo's played pretty well. I think the team's having some struggles, man. People have been criticizing Davis. Brown's had injuries. What's your thoughts on the Lakers, man? T, what do you think?
They put this team together to win games without LeBron. And they're not doing it at a rate that they should be. I mean, if you're telling me Russ is a Hall of Famer, a top 5 point guard of all time, which is what some people try to sell, Anthony Davis, a top 5, top 10 guy as well, what you try to sell. Carmelo Anthony is still this all-star caliber guy coming off the bench is what they tried to sell. None of it's true. None of it. And it's on display. These guys look lost without LeBron. Like, the offense has no continuity. They don't have any heart. I don't know what you want me to say. I didn't believe in Russell Westbrook coming to the Lakers in the first place. So I think they need to trade him if they, and find some other pieces. But until LeBron gets back, I have no faith in this team.
Okay. Rush for Ben Simmons? Anybody? Nah, I'm playing. Don't even answer that.
No.
Don't even answer that. G, man, what you think about the Lakers, man? They washed? What's up, man? Contenders or pretenders?
I'm gonna say pretenders without LeBron James because clearly they need LeBron. They need the general back on the playing field.
No, I don't want to hear this bull crap. With LeBron James, because he's gonna be back. Like, I mean, he'll be back like Friday.
So the contenders all the way. Contenders.
Oh, okay. I don't think so though.
Listen, it's King James. I'm not gonna talk bad about my king.
I know.
I can't talk bad about my king.
I know, like, this is the part of the season where it's like easy to overreact and stuff. I don't know about the Lakers, man. I really was really hoping for this team. I was really wanted to see Melo win the chip, bro. But like, I just don't know, bro. I just don't know. Russell Westbrook, I don't know. I don't know if he can ever win a chip.
Look, I told my little brother, like, this had to be 2004-ish, 2003-ish, back when Carmelo was in college. I said, this guy will never win an NBA championship, like his style of play. And I've changed course. Like, I want to see him win now, but like, I don't think it's going to happen. Unfortunately, it's going to be like Karl Malone and Gary Payton try to latch on to the Lakers to get a ring. You're not getting it, buddy. I'm sorry.
Wrong.
Oh man, the hate is real in this segment.
Hate.
The hate is very real in this segment.
You call it hate, but
what I'm confused at, and hopefully y'all could clear this up for me right quick. So we just talked about the East with the Wizards and saying, we can't get too high on their record because we're only but so many games in. Then we start talking about the Lakers, who are the same amount of games in, but they're done. But we got to stick a fork in the Lakers. Oh, the Lakers they're pretenders. There's no way. Like, come on, man. The sample size is way too small. LeBron hasn't even been playing. They're still contenders. He's coming back. Like they got plenty of time to figure this out, and they will figure this out. This is a silly question. The Lakers are contenders, and I don't even need to spend too much time on this. We all know they're contenders. They're 4.5 games away from one right now. You know damn well when LeBron's back and Anthony Davis and all them are out there, they're going to be competing for the championship. I'm not going to say that they're going to win it. T, you might be right about Melo, which, that sucks. I'm a big fan here too. But look, the Lakers are most definitely contenders. We just talked about buying stock in the Lakers because they're always contenders. So we know, death, taxes, Lakers contending for a championship. That's just how it works.
What exactly is contending? Because they're looking like they're headed full speed to a 4th or 5th seed.
Okay, and if they get to the finals from the 4th or 5th seed, I said earlier a few weeks ago in on the show, Lakers might end up with the 4th seed this year. They might not be top 3 in the West, coming out the West, but they will be in the playoffs, and they will probably be in the Western Conference Finals at the very least, and that's the contender.
They didn't put that team together to lose in the Western Conference Finals, but I feel you.
They didn't. They didn't.
That's what they probably headed for. I'll take the field now.
But that's how high the expectations are for that franchise. Like, we expect them to win the championship every year, and we say if you come the game before that, it's not good enough, and you're a pretender now. Like, I would still say they're contending for that championship, for that top spot.
You know who I should have bought stock in is this next team, actually. So I'll go ahead and let you know right away. I think this team is a contender. Big time contender. Big time contender. Y'all don't even know who I'm talking about yet. But I'm going to go ahead and let you know. It's the Golden State Warriors, man. I think the Golden State Warriors.
Oh, bro, come on. We've seen that happening.
Bro, they back, bro. Like, for real. Like, Steph Curry and the gang. They deep again, bro. And you know what? I think the GM knew what time it was when they brought Iguodala back. That was a golden move, bro. Iguodala back on the Warriors is bringing back all types of different vibes. Old school vibes, 2016 vibes, bro. And then wait till Clay gets back. Man, it's going to be a wrap. Mm-hmm. So contenders or pretenders, I think they're contenders all the way. I think that would be probably a good chance. I think besides the Lakers, I think I'll take the field, like I said. But contenders or pretenders, Warriors. T.
Contenders. Like the Bulls. That's another team. They're out there having fun, man. When I see that, like, it just lets me know that this team is probably going to win a lot more than they're going to lose. Like, the chemistry is there. Steph's killing it. Jordan Poole looks like he's ready to take a leap. You got what's the guy's name? Steph Curry's brother-in-law. I mean, you're playing with your family. Like I said, Iggy's back. Draymond. He's not a Draymond of old, but he has a little pep in his step this season. They just blasted the Nets.
Yup.
So. I think they're back, man. I think, and like you said, when Clay gets back, I think that team's ready to make another championship run. And they remind me, like they strike me as a team that loves to be doubted. Because I still feel like even as a 1 seed right now, people aren't really thinking that they'll win the chip. And I think they feed off of that type of energy. So as long as people doubt them, as long as people don't recognize them as like a dominant team, and they still talk about LeBron and all that, I think the Warriors will be team to beat, man. It's gonna be a tough out. That's a team you don't want to play in the playoffs.
Right, exactly.
Yes,
It's been a long time since we've seen Klay Thompson play basketball. As a matter of fact, I think that might have been before COVID, possibly. We might have been.
So.
It was
before masks, pre-mask era. It's been so long, I actually left the house today. I didn't have no mask. I felt crazy. I had to tie my hoodie up like this, like ET. Ron, man, what you think, bro? Contenders or pretenders? Warriors.
Big time contenders. T just hit the nail on the head, man. They just ran through Brooklyn. In Brooklyn, Steph almost dropped 40. Look, once Clay gets back, it's going to be a wrap, man. Like, they could very well be the number 1 seed the rest of the way. Like, I wouldn't think that was like out of the question. They're the most fun team to watch, also by far. The most fun games that I've seen so far this season have been from Golden State. Steph Curry is a very entertaining player. I love watching him. And yeah, contenders, man. It's pretty simple on this one too.
All right. I got a couple more teams on here, but I don't feel like going through all of these teams. Keep it 100 with you. So 3-for-1 special, and just pick one contender and one pretender from this bunch. The Heat, the Mavs, the Suns, and the Sixers. What's the contender of the bunch? What's the biggest pretender of the bunch? Because there's probably a couple.
Miami.
Contender?
Yes.
Safe? Agreed, T?
Agreed.
All right, who's going to sell me on why? I mean, I don't even got you ain't gonna sell me because I already love him.
I mean, I love that. I mean, they got Tyler Hero coming off the bench, and he's going absolutely crazy. He's looking like he's probably 6th man of the year. I mean, when you can come off the bench with that much firepower, man, your team is going to have a shot. Like you're gonna make some noise. Another team that look like they're having fun out there. That means a lot to me. So, contender.
Yeah, I like that. I think it's gonna be it's gonna be a run the tape moment. What's today? The 16th. I'll say by Christmas. I'll say by December 16th, if not Christmas. The Miami Heat will be firmly in first place in the East. There won't be any Wizards or Bulls talk. It'll be maybe in the mix, but yeah, it'll be the Heat. The Heat will be firmly in first place. I think it'll be that. We'll see though.
Don't let Bryce hear you. He's punching the air right now. You saying that shit.
Yeah, right.
He's typing into his phone right now to send a text, a screenshot of the standings.
11-3, we're there. Yeah, get out of here, Rome. What's the biggest contender pretender out of that group of teams I gave you?
Give me the other two names real quick. You said the Sixers and who else?
Heat, Mavs, Sixers, and Suns.
Man, if I had to pick a pretender, I mean, I want to troll you and say the Sixers, but I think I got to go with Dallas. I mean, what are the Sixers contending for? You know what I mean? Like if we're living in Scruff's world where they're, championship material, then they're pretenders, because that's Scruff's pretend imaginary land where, Ben Simmons is going to become something. But, in the real world, I would say, they're probably more pretenders, but, probably not more so than Dallas.
It's fair. That's fair. That's cool. We don't have we're missing one of our best guys, and we still balling out. We still playing well. Played with a whole bunch of our, we doing all right.
Ain't you guys like in a 4-game losing streak right now?
Just we've been we can't, last couple. So hey, whatever. We only a couple games back. We only a couple games back first. That's all that matters. Hey man,
but you guys are actually getting killed right now as we speak.
It's
really?
5 now.
Yes.
Who we playing?
Ugly out there. The Jazz.
Utah.
What do you expect?
Mormon Lake City.
Hey, I love Utah, man. They got good food out there, believe it or not. All right, man. Last top match. I know you doesn't seem like they would have good food, bro. Like, because there's like geographic, like it's not like New Orleans, or like Louisville, or like Memphis, or Houston, or even like New England clam chowder.
Do they have like fried fish straight from the Salt Lake? Like what are you selling?
They don't have like a specialty food, but they have like all the typical food that we would like to eat. But they just have so many bomb places to eat out there. I don't know why.
Okay.
Strange. I don't know. I've been there. It was great. It's some of the best food I've ever eaten. Ain't no cap. Good food and good like landscapes, outdoorsy shit. It's pretty good. Anyway, definitely let's go into our last topic for today. We're going to talk about culture or a lack of culture in this particular situation. Lack of culture, lack of class. Let's talk about DaBaby, man.
Yeah.
Somebody tell me about what's going on, because I've only seen a little bit of it, and I want to get an understanding of.
So the culture getting a little ratchet tonight, man. Getting a little ratchet with it. So if y'all hadn't heard the story about DaBaby and his baby mama, Danny Lay, apparently he was trying to get her up out the crib. The word is he was trying to get another little jump off to come through. She was holding him up, feeding the baby and whatnot. So my man gets on Instagram Live. It becomes a whole ordeal. Allegedly, she says he's trying to kick her and the baby out at like midnight so he can get some jump offs in there. He's saying that she's crazy. Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, I think, is his line, and that she's a side chick. Her family knows she's a side chick. His friends know. Everybody know, but her apparently. So really, the question that we're posing for the culture tonight is, if you're having a argument with your lady, is it too far to make it public? Should you drag that out into the public eye, or is DaBaby out of line for going on Instagram Live? Should he have handled this in a much more private manner? G, I'm gonna start with you, man. I feel like you got something interesting to say on this show.
I'm gonna say my man out of pocket. I mean, I'm coming from a single mother home, and like I went through this scenario a little bit of me and my mom and my brother getting kicked out by my deadbeat dad, in a sense, like just for some jump off, like that's some out of pocket shit. Like, I mean, you got kind of like, you talking about rich people now, right? Like, ain't nothing to get yourself a nice telly. I know it's not like the same as comfort at your crib. You go over there, you pop off with John. You dig what I'm saying? Like, my man could have been smooth operator like that.
Right.
You handle shorty on time to take out the crib in another manner. You hit her up like, yo, you got 7 days. You gotta get the fuck up out there. Like, I'm gonna send somebody to go get you and get your stuff out. You don't gotta worry about moving none of that shit. But I'm gonna need you to get up out of there. You know what I mean? Shit like that, be smooth with it. But my man said like look like a whole sucker ass clown. I've never been a fan of the man per se. Never been like my kind of music. My man sound real generic. But yeah, my man did like so. My man went out and made us look bad as men, as we, the four of us that we are. He made us look like this is what niggas do when they want to pop off on some side, John. I mean, I personally wouldn't. You know what I mean? Got smooth operated up at that bitch. I mean, I'll have a little argument so I can get out the house, but I ain't trying to kick out my old lady out the crib. Like, you dig? Like, you know what I mean? I'll be smooth with it. You feel me? I'm operating all kinds of crazy. I'm like, I'm gonna get mad, and bounce, but I ain't trying to kick my jaw out. I'm gonna come back the next day with some breakfast, some flowers. Like, yo, my bad, mommy. I didn't mean to bug out. Like, you still my number one. What my man said, what Fab said, you my cinnamon apple. Still my cinnamon apple. I love you, mommy. Ain't nothing too crazy. You dig what I'm saying? Like, I'm saying too much. I'm about to get in trouble later. But besides the point, but my man out of pocket, my man should have been smooth about it. Like, he should have never did what he did. And on top of that, on the video, he looked like he had a witness already. So he didn't really have to record nothing for the world to see. Because clearly he already had a witness in there that could vouch for him. And the whole calling the cops shit, what happened, my man? You're supposed to be too legit to quit. And now you going to call the cops on Shorty? Man, you lucky you seen that Spanish and spit a box cutter and try to cut you, my boy. That's all I'm going to say, though. My man, he out there, he out of pocket, though.
Well, to be fair, DaBaby did claim that she in the past was swinging and scratching him or attacking him. I think his quote was,
fellas,
she's
have
like
we
one
not
of those
all been
fatal
like that
attraction
when a
type
shorty
girls.
hit you, but you can keep your composure. I'm going to just dip off.
Well, that was his reasoning
you-
for calling the police, but
Unless she like,
yeah, I
give
don't
you
know.
some
Crime was taking
haymakers, like, yo,
place,
shit,
so
get the fuck away
he
from
called the
me.
police.
I got a
call the
couple.
police?
I agree with G for the most part. I think he should have handled this a little bit more private. I got a couple more comments on it, but I'm gonna let T jump in first because T is like the wise man out here. So please give DaBaby some guidance.
I mean, I really don't have any guidance for DaBaby. He has, I mean, he's put himself in these ridiculous situations consistently. Like, if there's some drama to be had, he's going to elevate that to toxic levels. So that's kind of what he does. So, I mean, at the end of the day, like, I don't have no advice for him. He's proven himself to be kind of like a clown. Like, he's kind of a terrible person, but that's not anything new. What I'm struggling with is why a woman decides to have a baby with this guy and then kind of appear to be shocked when he acts what appears to everyone else to be his normal self. Like, I'm a little lost on that. And I'm not saying this to be sexist. Obviously, a man shouldn't treat a woman like this, but there's got to be some accountability on both ends. Like, at the end of the day, like, why are you fighting? I understand you shouldn't have to leave your home while you're feeding your child. Like, that's ridiculous. But at the end of the day, like, why you shouldn't even be trying to stay with this guy. If a guy tells you you're not my girl, that's literally it. Like, you're not my girl. He shouldn't have to tell you anything else after that. Like, you shouldn't be fighting to stay in somebody's life. You know what I'm saying? Don't be trying to get kept where no one wants to keep you. It's, you know what I'm saying? Have some pride about yourself. She needs some people in her life. My wisdom is for her because he's not going to change. He has no incentive to change. I want to say this before Kevin Samuels says this, and it sounds so wise, but it is sad. But, like, as a guy, right, there's not a lot of a backlash. There's not a lot of I don't know what the word would be, but, like, you can do kind of like when you're on that status, you can kind of do whatever you want to women, and another woman will take you because he was terrible to his baby mother, and she swooped in and happily took him and fought on the internet to keep him. So it's like, you got to start holding these guys accountable. If you ever want to see men like DaBaby change, men and women have to hold these guys accountable. And women got to hold themselves accountable, man. Stop going for these losers. Like, stop going for these clowns just because they got some money or some celebrity. Like, if the guy has a pattern of treating women bad, all these baby mothers, don't be the next. We see this with NBA Youngboy. We've seen this with London on the Track and Summer Walker. Like, it's consistent. You know what I'm saying? So my wisdom ain't for him because he's not changing. My wisdom is for her and the rest of the ladies. Avoid these losers.
Thank you, T. Thank you. You took the words right out of my mouth. I was talking to one of my homegirls earlier about this situation, and she was, saying DaBaby's a narcissist and all this. And, I agree. DaBaby's definitely a narcissist. But like T said, bro, like, if you've ever listened to this man's music, if you've ever heard an interview, like, this is on par for who he is as a person. Like, he's not going to change. And at some point, you got to know, like, who you're laying in bed with. Like she made comments like, "Oh, he just wants to nut in me and not be responsible." Don't let him. You know what I mean? Like, there you go. Problem solved. Sorry if that's offensive. Not really though. Scruff,
No,
man.
it's
What are your
not. But
thoughts
yo, that's
on the
crazy.
baby and this whole situation, man?
So many layers to this shit, man. But first thing first, like answer your first question, Rome, was like, do you air out your relationship to Instagram Live? Hell no, man. What the hell?
That's crazy.
Let me give you the guidelines. First of all, you don't. First of all, overarching statement: keep your relationship private. Whether that's your side chick, your baby mama, your first, second, third, or fourth baby mama, keep it all private, please. You feel me? Keep it all private, man. Please, just do that, bro. Do that. You don't go on Instagram Live about it. You don't go on Instagram on the story posting little sub Jones. You don't do none of that. All right, don't do that. Don't do that. Not even when you mad. I don't want to see that shit, man. No good. But there's got to be some accountability on both sides, right? Obviously, we talk about the baby. I don't know how many baby mamas he got. This man, the same man that murdered a man at Walmart or something because he tried to get an autograph. So what we expect? I'm not expecting much from this man.
Wait, what for an autograph?
Yeah, it's a different story, but yeah, this man murdered somebody at Walmart or something. So this guy's different, bro. He's obviously out of pocket.
I don't know if that was the
Obviously
autograph story, but yeah, he killed a guy at Walmart. I think they beat up the guy that was trying to get an autograph. I think that's a separate incident. He has a bunch of incidents, so it's easy to get them all confused.
Thanks for clarifying that.
The gay ranch.
Jesus Christ.
Thanks for clarifying. So that tells me a little bit about his character, right? I mean, it's like you said, a certain type of guy, like the London Tracks, John. Some Walker's album just dropped, and I even heard from women. They was telling me like, "Yo, it's too much for me. Like, this is the wrong vibes. We don't want this." Like, and I just think like, "Oh, what is up with that?" So I just see this, bruh. Ladies, bruh. If you meet a man that has 3 baby mothers. If you meet a man that has 3 baby mothers, 3 or 2, I think 2 is like getting there, bro. Why would you want to be the 4th or the 3rd or the 5th or whatever? I don't know how many Future got. Future got like 8. So like,
I'm not saying these guys are undateable, but you probably want to do your due diligence. You probably really want to investigate, talk to his mother, talk to his friends. Like, it's not somebody you just want to.
You don't do that. You don't do that. I know that's maybe it's superficial, unless it's like unless you really feel like this is like the love of your life. It's beyond because you're taking on all that baggage, bro.
Don't say that.
That's out of control,
is the
bro.
one. Everybody's the
great white buffalo until they're not the great white buffalo.
There's some shit you can't do, bro. 4 baby mamas, 3 baby mamas, you messing around. You messing around with somebody got 3 or 4 baby mamas, bro. Like I couldn't. It's hard for me to mess around with somebody that got kids and baby daddies and all that stuff. I don't do that, dog.
Yeah, I agree with you, Scruff. That shit crazy.
But overall, bro, this whole situation is just ghetto.
Can we put this a little bit back on us though, men? Stay in your daughter's life. Teach them what a good man's supposed to be, so they don't be going back to this bullshit. I mean, your daughter's gonna end up liking what she liking, but at least show her the right steps to knowing what kind of men she should be looking for at the end of the day. Don't sell her no fantasy about Prince Charming and shit, but sell her the truth about life and the men's priority to her.
Yeah, well, my best advice for Danny Lay, right, would be. I mean, because she's an entertainer as well, right?
Yeah.
So I think she's a musician or something. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean,
she has a few tracks, a few bops.
So don't take this the wrong way, people, but I'm saying like, she benefiting a little bit from the relationship with the baby, but overall, from a personal standpoint, like from her life, it's probably best to move on. Maybe I'm not saying like pull a Brittany Renner in the sense that like she should whore out, but more so that she should take this opportunity to leverage herself further in her life and hopefully attract better relationships.
She should find a Russell Wilson.
Yes.
That's a great example. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even
That's what
think
they
women
was
really like that
saying.
shit. That
Bro.
should be cap.
I heard
They
someone
do,
now. It all
man.
makes sense
They
now.
like all the dudes with the 3 baby mamas, yo. All the dudes. If you're a dude and you watching our show right now, and you probably think we hating on you because you got all your baby mamas. Look, obviously you doing something right, my guy.
Yeah, bro.
You're doing something right, bro.
He's not though.
You're not, but you are at the same time. It's crazy. You doing something wrong in the right way.
Yo,
Yeah.
because you think about it, right? Sierra Prayer be really fake because yo, females be capping. They want to Prince Charming, treat them nice, but when they get that,
They
they
don't.
play that man. It's like, yo, that's
Right.
Capleton. I'm gonna start calling females Carlton from all that capping.
Nah, I think just you got to get to a point in your life where you're ready to receive Russell Wilson, because, like you said, man, at the door they do not want a Russell Wilson. I don't care what they say. The words mean nothing. The actions have shown. Because I think I don't want to speak for everybody, but I feel like a lot of guys I know have tried to be Russell Wilson and it's blown up in your face. And when you allow yourself to tap, no, for real. And when you allow yourself to tap into some future, when you allow yourself to tap into some future, magically things go your way. So it's like, all right, you know which guy should I be? At the end of the day, man, be Russell Wilson. And you'll find your Sierra. I mean, you might be 40 or 50, but you'll find her. You know what I'm saying?
That's how it worked, though. That is how it worked.
No Capleton.
Hey, so at the end of the day, man, like my man Scruff said, keep your relationship as private as possible. We're not here to tell you what to do, but our advice is to keep it private. And, don't be like DaBaby. If y'all are having an argument, if y'all having some beef, please leave it off Instagram Live. It is entertaining for the rest of us, and it gives us something to talk about, but you don't want to be what we're talking about. So,
nah.
stay
fellas,
private,
walk
man.
out, man. Walk out. If a lady trying to hit y'all, just walk out. Because there's nothing good about domestic violence. You got nipped it in the butt, walk out. There ain't no need to be getting no charges for trying to put your hands on a lady. And vice versa, ladies, man. Ain't no need to be trying to put your hands on a man. Yeah. It's crazy.
It is crazy, man. It is crazy, man. Man, I seen this joint earlier today. I don't know. This shit crazy, bro. This shit crazy.
Speak on it.
Nah. But
my man scared. She got the door open. Hey, yo, Nick, blink twice if you feel scared.
I'm playing with y'all, man. Nah, but this shit's crazy, bro. It's a lot of craziness going on. But I will say this though. If your girl listens to Summer Walker, just be careful.
Yo, that's funny as hell.
Hey, I think he had the best advice though.
The shit Ye said. You
gotta be Future at the door and Russell Wilson when they get in.
Yeah. That might work for you. That's not a bad formula.
Yeah.
That's balance for you.
It is.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Future at the door, Russell Wilson.
The lady's gonna say they want Future in the sheets and Russell Wilson in the streets.
I like that. Hey, yo, you should advertise that shit, yo. That should be the name of the episode. Oh shit. Yo, my man Rome, he on it today.
I'm gonna name the episode that and in honor of that. That was good. I like that. We should start naming these joints.
You're right.
That's a good one right there. Wow.
Yeah, word. I like that. All right. I like that. I like it. A Russell Wilson in the sheets.
No, Russell Wilson in the streets. A Future in the sheets.
Got it.
Yo,
got it.
He on it.
Craziness. All right, man. So yeah, just stay off Instagram Live, man. And ladies, if you see somebody with their baby mama, just run the other way and call me. All right.
Is that not a red flag? If 2 or plus more baby mamas isn't a red flag, I don't know what is.
Yeah,
hey man,
seriously,
they see these red flags and they look like a carnival. So
facts.
That's how it goes.
Oh, shit.
Hey man, it's a crazy world we living out here, man. So wash your hands, wash your ass, man. Stay strapped up, man. Watch yourself, man. All that. Yeah, we should make t-shirts out of that. That's a good idea. Throw that on the gas line. I like it.
I like it too. That's a merch idea. I like it.
So jump on goodassports.com/shop to get your Future in the sheets, Russell Wilson in the streets merch. Gonna get that trademarked. You feel me? Hit that subscribe button if you're tapping in from YouTube, man. Hit us with some love, man. We're gonna be keeping the streets flooded, man. You know what I'm saying? It's the holiday season, man. You feel me? Black Friday, we're gonna keep you hot with the gas sale, man. You know what I'm saying? Might have a little Black Friday bundle special for y'all or something. You know what I mean? Might have long sleeves popping, you know what I'm saying?
And UPS delivers, baby.
Goodassports.com/shop. Check us out. But besides that, fellas, man, it's been another great episode, man. And we back like Cam, man. Let's get it, man. You know how we do. Sports for the culture. Only one way we close it out. Sports for the culture.
Sports for the culture.